you guys hear extra background noise, don't worry about it. I just have a roommate who's playing video games, don't mind him. But if you guys aren't familiar, well, if you can't tell by this giant wooden horse, I just got back from seeing the Odyssey. Well, not really, I've been a long day, but I saw the Odyssey today, and I saw it in IMAX. Unfortunately, not 70mm IMAX. I really wish my state had a 70mm IMAX, but we don't. Whatever, not the biggest deal in the world. But yeah, I saw the Odyssey today. Christopher Nolan stepped up to the plate and smacked it out of the park. He delivered. Like, okay, I went into this movie thinking, I love Christopher Nolan films. I especially liked his last one, Oppenheimer. That was great. And I went into this with expectations to see a great movie. And I walked out realizing I saw a freaking masterpiece. Yes, I'm going to say it. This film is a masterpiece. Every frame from start to finish, from the Universal logo opening to the end credits, was beautiful. I literally could not take my eyes off the screen. I was glued to the screen the whole time. I loved this film. I love this film. And in IMAX, listen, if you do not have an IMAX, go drive. Because listen, this is a film you need to see in IMAX. 70mm or normal 35mm, just see an IMAX. I'm only going to give you this one spoiler. Well, actually, it's not really a spoiler if you know the story of the Odyssey. So if you know when Odysseus is coming back, from Hades, he's coming back from Hades, and he is told that if he takes this whirlpool, the men will die, but if he goes through the lair of the monster, his men will be killed, but he will be spared. And he does that. Actually, that's not even the right part. Whatever, but actually, that's important. So they get through that, and after Hades, also I forget the guy's name, but in Hades, someone tells him, if you landed at this island and your men slaughter the cattle of Apollo, Zeus will, rain down and, destroy all of your men but you. And he tells his men that. The men agree to promise not to eat the cattle. But then he finds them I don't know how long it's been, a few months maybe, eating that, maybe even a few years. I'm not sure. The movie didn't specify, but I liked that. So some time has passed, and he finds the men eating the cattle, and they journey home. And this is the scene in IMAX that blew me away. Zeus's wrath in IMAX. So after they, again, ignore the noise, I'm so sorry in the background, but after they set sail, Zeus descends upon them and kills the men one by one and splits apart the boat, splits Odysseus from his group, from his best friend, Eurylochus. It was a very, well done scene. The lighting, it was just so many flashing lights and everything. And the camera kept pointing towards the sky, making you think that you were going to see Zeus. Is there something in the clouds? Is there between the flashes of light? But I'm not going to spoil anything. But it was just such a well done scene. And I just was blown away. And it did have me cry a few tears if you know the story of Argus, his dog. But by the end, when the final shot hit and the credits started to roll, I sat in my seat again like I did Disclosure Day and just sat in awe. And I will say this, on the big screen, this Trojan horse in IMAX is something you need to see in IMAX. It is beautiful. I think all the actors did a freaking phenomenal job. They all hit it out of the park. Despite the controversies, they all did great. I know people are like, oh, the armor is inaccurate, whatever. I think seeing some of the armor, including especially King Agamemnon's armor in IMAX, was beautiful. So the Odyssey just blew me away. And Christopher Nolan, man, you did a freaking phenomenal job. It's funny because everything I want to talk about is spoiler related. I don't know what that just was. Everything I want to talk about is spoiler related. So you know what? I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You need to go see this film for yourself. So where would I put the Odyssey on the scale? I'm just going to go ahead. I said I thought we'd find a unicorn, but no. I'm giving the Odyssey a perfect 10 out of 10. 100% on the scale. Perfect 10 out of 10. That's the Odyssey review. Adios.